to go back into time and guide your younger self. Would you?
Yo, what up? This is Nice With It, and this is 3 messages to my younger self. So, to my younger self, I think the first thing I would tell myself is to be prepared. There's a lot of things that I wanted to do as a kid that I didn't get to do because I didn't know how to do it. And I thought it was impossible to do it. So, what I would like to tell myself is that most things are possible if you just prepare yourself. A valuable quote from me, which I think would have helped me, was the 5 Ps. Proper preparation prevents poor performance would have gone a long way for me as a kid, especially without my father figures in my life during that time. I had to learn a lot of things on my own. So if I had just planned it out, sat down, created steps on my goals, visualize the target, and achieve, things would be a lot easier for me. So that would be number 1, the first thing I would tell myself. Prepare yourself. Number 2, I think, would be to humble yourself. As a kid, me personally, I felt like I had a lot of gifts growing up. And even though I didn't want to come off as an asshole because I've always tried to be a good person, the next person couldn't really understand the direction that I wanted to go in. And I kind of just went on autopilot and just went with that, and not really realizing the situation at hand or seeing the bigger picture. So I would say humble myself, appreciate the gifts that I have, understand that not everybody has the same opportunity. And I feel like that would put me in a better position to not only help myself, but to help other people along the way. Because this world is built for all of us. It's not just you. So I think humbling yourself, knowing what you're capable of and what you could provide for this world is beneficial to everybody. And yeah, I think that's great right there. And the third thing, what I would tell myself is to have fun, enjoy life. Even right now, sometimes it's hard. It's a hard thing to do, but realize that time is of the essence for everything. Enjoy these moments while you got it. Enjoy your youth. Go out and have fun. Don't bother trying to grow up too fast. Like, enjoy being a kid, because those days are going to be gone. So go out and have fun, experience opportunities. Even as you get older, that's a great module to live by, because we don't have much time, So there's a whole world out there to explore. Go out and explore, man. Have fun. Enjoy your life. We only get one.
Well, if I had the opportunity to tell myself 3 things, one would be you only get one body, so treat it like a temple. Make sure that you are feeding your body properly, nutrient-dense foods. Stay away from the processed shit, sugar, seed oils, so forth. Stay away from the drugs, the alcohol. It doesn't do good for the body nor your minds. Move every day. You want to strength train. Muscle is key, especially as you get older. Start when you're young, building muscle. More muscle you have, faster metabolism will be. Make sure that you're drinking enough water. You want to get at least a gallon a day. You can't handle a gallon a day, drink half your body weight in ounces. You will thank yourself. And watch your stress levels. Journaling is a great tool. Meditation is great. Yoga, walking meditation if you can't sit still enough to just journal stuff. Again, treat your body like it's a temple. The body will achieve whatever your mind believes. The second thing I would tell my younger self, what someone else thinks about you, it's none of your fucking business. When you make it your business, what happens? You get stressed out, aggravated, depressed, so forth. You know the truth, fuck everyone else. The last thing I would tell myself is to remember, do not compare yourself to anybody. You are unique in your own ways. Social media, those people use filters, not always reality, right? You are very unique. God made you a certain way. Accept who you are. You are enough. Always remember that.
The first lesson that I would say to my younger self is that failing, it's a part of building life experience. Let me explain. Simple skills such as biking, cooking, learning how to ride a bike, all of this stuff that we've learned before, when we did it for the first time, we weren't really good at it. We failed. What you have to understand is it's a first time for all of us whenever we start a new thing. Therefore, it's okay to fail the first couple times, or even 100 times. Eventually, you're going to be talented at it one day. That's why failing is a good thing. The second lesson that I would say to my younger self is that we are the average of the 5 people that we hang out with. Here's how it works. It's not about what we know, it's about who we know. If you know a bunch of entrepreneurs who are driven or have goals written down, they are going to rub that on you as well. Or you can have your old grade school and high school friends that like to drink on Fridays and Saturday nights, only talking about the short term and want to black out every single night. Which one do you want to pick? The third lesson that I would say to my younger self is don't be hard on other people because they don't have it all figured out. Let me explain. It's everybody's first run on this earth when it comes to living. We get one chance and that's it. Your friends, your family, parents, co-workers, everybody that you can name under the sun, they may say that they can do this or that, but they're not all perfect. Since a lot of them don't really have it all figured out because they say they do, you shouldn't be hard on them at the end of the day. So give them a break when they need it.
My number one and most important is that my core values or your core values are going to determine your boundaries. So using my faith, I believe that Jesus Christ is Lord as my example. That is going to govern what comes out of my mouth, how I carry myself, how I interact with people, my performance at work, the type of activities and hobbies that I pick up to be a well-rounded individual. It governs what I allow, and probably even more importantly, what I do not allow. My second message to my younger self is that 70% is not 0%. So to give some context, I watched a video. What I understood from the video is that perfectionism will not propel you forward if you are not constantly sharing what you produce. So if you are not getting criticism and feedback on your ideas, your art, whatever it is that makes you you and that you execute on and create some type of service or product or mindset, whatever have you, if you are not getting feedback or criticism from other people, then you're not giving yourself an opportunity to make mistakes, ideally sooner rather than later, and to improve on those mistakes by doing lessons learned. What did I learn from this? It doesn't necessarily mean that you are molding yourself to be the person or the people that are giving you that criticism. Is to give you a different perspective so that you can figure out whether you want to implement that in your life, and also figure out how to make that feedback yours. How do I make it so that it's authentically me and that it's sustainable? The third message that I would give to my younger self is to forgive others, and probably even more importantly, at least for me, yourself. Quickly and often. Forgiveness isn't always about the other person. Forgiveness is for you to be able to move forward instead of holding on to baggage that is keeping you back and keeping you from propelling towards your goals and your dreams. It's a lot healthier. It's a lot better. It is much more powerful than holding on to grudges because it's the harder path. It's the path less taken, but can also lead to a utopia if you choose to.
To my younger self, the first thing I would tell you is to seek out meditation. Find a way to bring stillness to your life through that vessel so that you can see things more clearly, be more understanding towards life and the way that it is, how everything is an opportunity, how life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. So meditation will help you a lot with that, and move to the things that you may be soon able to experience or are about to experience. Second thing I would tell my younger self, man, let the material fixation fall by the wayside. You know, live within your means, invest early, buy some Bitcoin or something like that, but most importantly, live life in a way that's comfortable and fruitful for you without overdoing it, and to avoid being reckless and limiting your opportunities to just do some simple things like see the world, learn, and expand your horizons as far as not being or feeling confined to having to work, or understanding that what you have is enough as long as you live in a way that you understand that. The final, and probably the most important thing I'm telling my younger self: love yourself. The way you exist is exactly how you're meant to exist in that moment at that time. What you see from others, what others are able to do, whether it's physically, mentally, even emotionally, spiritually, and so on, may not be for you. It is said that all things are possible, but there are some things that, might not be in the grasp of reality. Everybody is different genetically, fundamentally. So there's just some things you won't be able to do just based on the genetics that you've been given, that you've been blessed with in this existence, so to speak. So love you for who you are. Love the things that you do. Don't second guess the things that you do. Because everything is a beautiful journey for this blessing that is a life. So there's no wrong, there's no right, in my opinion, when it comes to just living life as you so see fit. There only just is, and you go from there. So love yourself, exist as you wish, don't work so hard to change yourself.
The first thing that I will tell my younger self, and I'm probably going to revert to a time when I was 10 years old, and I would tell him that it's going to be okay. You're about to lose someone who's very important to you, someone who was there for you all the time, like a safe place. And you will no longer have that. So it's going to be okay. You'll get through this. there are some hard times coming, but everything will be okay. The second thing I would tell my younger self is that it's okay to be emotional. You know, by the age of 10, I was already, Pops was out of the picture. Mom was working 2 jobs, and I had to grow up really quick. I had to be an adult really quick. My childhood was taken from me, which I don't blame anybody, but I had to raise my siblings all on my own. And I think at moments I had a lot of rage in me because things weren't fair at the moment. I would bottle up all these emotions because, growing up in a Mexican household, you were told that men don't cry. You had to stop being a wimp. You need to step it up. So, yeah, it was hard, but it's gonna be okay. The third thing I would tell my younger self is that, sometimes you have to take some L's, stop being a sore loser. I would get mad for any, apparent reason, I had a short fuse, and sometimes the L's you take help you grow, help you learn. And I always wanted to win no matter what. But when you take some L's, you'll eventually pick up more W's because you learn from the mistakes you make, and you get better at it. But thank you guys for listening. Stay humble, stay blessed. I'm out.